Guys, welcome in to the Scope FPS podcast. There's generally three of us, but today there's two. I know you guys can count. Sorry. I know you can count. There's two of us here today. It is I, Crash, and I'm with good bud, Blue the Robot. What's up, man?
What's up, dude?
Man, just happy to be here. It's a Friday. That's good. These mean more since the government reopened and stuff. So Friday, you don't have to go to work tomorrow. It's pretty exciting. That gets the vibes up.
Yeah, the weekend, man. I'm ready. I'm still working on the weekend a little bit, so
What?
it's hey man, trying to help get a game finished,
Crunch.
No,
I've heard about that.
It's a good thing though. It's a good thing. So it's something that I can't believe that I'm also like I got myself into, which is kind of
cool,
crazy.
Man.
Yeah, dude.
It's awesome. So we'll talk about Wardogs in a little bit. Did a podcast with Fry and Lossy. So Lossy, former Battlefield YouTuber, big time Battlefield YouTuber, is now doing the community manager over at Bulkhead, which we're going to talk about Wardogs quite a bit today. So it's just cool. What I'm trying to say in a roundabout, stupid Crash way is it's cool to see you do this, Blue. I'm proud of you and happy for you.
It's cool to see gamers get into the game industry, man.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, Fry making the game, Lossy doing it, you doing it. We've seen some others, and makes me happy. That's cool. You get to see behind the scenes stuff too, with the game and all that.
I appreciate the work that teams do a lot more, but I'm also now seeing when other teams are taking shortcuts because I can tell who's using what asset specifically.
You've seen behind the curtain and you're like,
a little bit. Yeah. Like there's some games out there that I've seen that they put out some trailers and I'm like, I know exactly where you got that from.
That's funny. Yeah, that'd be different. It's kind of like back in the day when I was doing a lot more like IRL film work. I went to a really cool master class. It's one of the best things I ever did for filmmaking, where there was a director who worked on True Detectives. His name is Vincent LaFerre, and he did a master class talking about like camera theory and stuff like that. And we went through this like week-long class discussing film theory, how to run a set, lighting, audio, like all that stuff, framing, blocking, everything. And it's just like it completely changed how I watched movies from then on. Like every time I'd see a movie, I'm like, oh, they did this to try to tell this story, or the camera's doing this, so it tries to make you feel a certain way and stuff like that. So I feel it's probably the same way with gaming.
Dude, it's like us with like guns and movies, or video games at all. It's like you start becoming, not a professional, but you know what you're looking at and what you're talking about. So when I don't know if you saw if you're into Stranger Things.
No, I've watched the first 4 seasons. I haven't seen the last one.
So just spoiler alert, I guess. Like there's one scene where it's like she takes an M16 and instead of just pressing the bolt release, the audio makes it look like she takes the top carrying handle and pulls it back as if she's using it as some type of charging handle, and it makes the sound and everything. It's so cringy to watch. And like at the time I didn't notice it because I was just like, I'm invested in the story, which is good. I mean, the cinematographer did their job, but it's like when I rewatch it now and then people pointed it out, I'm like, okay. So that's, like I can forgive when movies do like, what was it? I don't know. There's some pretty janky stuff, but like using the top carrying handle as the charging rack on an M16 is just really weird. That one got me.
Yeah, that's diabolical. I just remember all the time. I always just I grew up, my dad always watched Westerns. So like just the Western channel on the satellite TV was always on, like the Roy Rogers, the Gene Autry, like all those old, did I say Lone Ranger? I might have. All those like old time Westerns. And they would always have the 6 shooters that would shoot like 12, 15 times. Just, and they just keep shooting them. And it's just like, from then on, you always like, if you're a gun dude, you're always like watching them and how they handle it and how many rounds it holds. And it's like, wait, that 1911 just shot 17 times. I don't think that's how that works, but
I didn't see them reload.
yeah. I know what you mean, but yeah, you're probably that way with games now. And then I get that way with watching like films and stuff. I get like, I start to like break it down. I get out of the story and I try to analyze like why the director's doing what they're doing instead of just enjoying it. So
yeah,
it happens. But yeah, man, I got some wild news today. My director messaged me that they are approving moves and transfers and stuff now, and we got approval to do mine, so I should be finalizing next week. I'll be able to move to the
I'm not gonna
ranch.
say anything. I'm not
Right.
gonna say congratulations
Right.
until
No,
I know there's a moving truck in front of your house.
I
Like,
appreciate that. No, that's the
I'm
safe way
holding
to
off.
play it.
I've said congratulations too many times.
Yeah, that's the safe way to play it. That's the safe way to play it. But this is the last step, and it should be done next week. And then I got a disaster ahead of me to get the house
I just
ready.
wonder what you're gonna do for internet out there.
Starlink.
Yeah, yeah. I guess that's the best way to go about it. The
That's the only
home
way.
version of Starlink.
That's the only way to do it, man.
Yeah,
I actually got.
I'm curious to let me know how that goes too as well.
I got Starlink for my folks. I'm guessing that my days of Twitch enhanced broadcasting are over because where it encodes all that streams. I think it sits there. My OBS sits at like 30 megabytes upload with all the encodes and the 2K and everything. And then that doesn't count. I also stream commercial free to Kick. So if anybody's on my Twitch channel and complaining about commercials, they can just go over there and watch for free without commercials. So I stream to Kick because otherwise it's just bots and it's a trash website. Then over on, I do a TikTok stream too sometimes, like when I'm playing ABI.
Yeah.
So like I have all those streams going out. If I'm at the ranch and only on Starlink, that's probably no longer going to be a thing. But
oof,
that's all right. I got Starlink for my folks and installed it. I put up the nice thing on the roof and ran the wire in and stuff. My parents were paying $75 a month for 5 megabyte down. Yeah.
70. Wait, that's through Starlink?
No. That was through their local broadband. So I grew up in the sticks too, in super flat, like no man's land in western Kansas, and they had there's a little broadband radio antenna on the grain elevator, and it shoots to my folks' house, and they were paying like $75 for 5 megabytes. I was like, this is trash. Starlink was doing a deal in that area since there's not a lot of people. They let my parents do 100 megabyte service for $40 a month. So now,
yeah, what an increase for sure.
Yeah, so they went from 5 to 100 and like almost half the price. So I got they're running on Starlink now, so it's pretty cool. They're like, "Well, this is way faster. My videos aren't pixelated." I'm like, "Yeah,
that's only 100."
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and yeah, it's been cool. Like since I've been having to move, and I've been working on this for years now. If you guys have watched the show, you know I periodically talk about it. It's been so long to try to get this done. But I've been following Starlink and it's crazy, man. I saw the satellites over my house the other night. Like when they launch them, they're in a line and you can see them.
I have this app on my phone called Stellarium, and we'll like just kind of scout out. And since I live in Florida, you know, we just look to the east and you can see I can see all the rocket launches from where I'm at. It's not like crazy, but you see this, you know, you'll see the rocket and like it looks like a star, and then you'll see the engine go off as well too. Yeah, so it's very faint, very far away, and then eventually it gets it to a certain point where it just disappears. But on the app Stellarium, you can take your phone and like calibrate it to wherever you are, and then when you're looking around, you can see the Starlink satellites on the app, and you can click on it, and then it'll zoom in on it, and then you can just follow it with your phone, and then you can take your phone down, you can see the stars because like where we're at, it's just, you know, there's no light pollution, so you could just see them flying across.
I got to get that out at the ranch because there's zero light pollution out there. Like that's one of the big draws. There's a big state park out there, and they have like stargazing festivals and stuff on clear nights. People come out.
Oh, dude, yeah, download. I paid the premium version, bro. I went all out because like you can click on it. I love me and my son looking at it. We'll click on like a star that is like you'll see it flickering, and then we click on it. It's like, oh, that's a dying star. So we'll click on it, and you can zoom in. It's pretty cool.
That is awesome. Yeah.
And you can look below and it'll track below what's down below the earth. So you can see like, oh, the sun that is now over there on this side of the earth below, you know, under our feet. It's so cool.
Well, unless you really, the earth is not necessarily round.
It's not transparent. Oh, it's not round.
No, I'm joking.
Is that what you said? Did we? No. We got one of those folks in this podcast.
I'm not doing that. Does the premium version at least have a switch where you can switch it to flat Earth mode? So you, like,
that'd be hilarious. I want them to put that in their next update for sure.
They should do that on April Fools.
Wrong. We
Dude,
live on it. We live on a cube Earth. In your
yeah,
it's
watch those
all
corners, boys.
weird.
That's what I was gonna. No, that's what I was gonna say, Teamer. Like he's talking about the ping would be high. You would think, but it's not, dude. And it's gotten. It used to be like 50, 80, 100, something like that. It is now in like the 20s, 20 to 50 ping from space.
I've been
dude.
keeping up with Starlink. I mean, that's why I've been kind of holding off on buying because like it's literally sitting at Walmart just like the $300 mini Starlink mini just to get for the truck. And I've been waiting because it's like I know it's gonna get better. They're putting up more satellites damn near every single day. You know, so it's
So I was on. So something that was really cool. My cousin was there for deer season at our ranch place. We turned on residential, and that's the first time I've been able to turn on residential where it's like full blast. And I could do remote. I could log into the router from here and do remote speed tests, and it was always 300 to 400 down. And the ping was like 20s to 40s, which is stupid.
That's really sick.
And with the newer,
like in the middle of nowhere, dude.
Yeah, nowhere. Like you can't get, like if it shuts off, you're done. Like there's no cell service you have to go miles to get cell service. So yeah, it's crazy that there's that, and they're launching more satellites all the time. They said eventually they want it to get to where it's gig symmetrical. That's just crazy.
I love space though, dude. Man. I just love anything to do with space. I know this is kind of off topic, but I can't wait till Artemis 2 launches this year, dude.
You went to them?
I didn't. I saw the first Artemis, dude. So sick. It was the first one that they sent to the moon and not sent to the moon. Yeah, they sent to the moon and back. So they that was just unmanned rocket straight to the moon, orbit, come back. And the way it lit up the sky, it was another sun, dude. Just the loudest roar, and it came up, and it was so cool to see. And it was cold outside, and it was just like we're all bundled up in our hoodies, and the sun was out again at like midnight. I'm like, dude, this is sick. So like, I can't wait till the second one because now it's gonna be the first manned space mission in like 50 plus years of us going back to the moon. So, and then like Starlink, or not Starlink, but SpaceX and Boeing, and not Boeing. What's the other one? Blue something. I forgot what it is, but they're getting
Horizon
something. I forgot. They're not
Bezos one.
I don't care. Yeah, I don't care about Bezos one. No, but they're getting ready to they're bidding. They're trying to outbid each other for like lunar modules on the lunar surface. So like bases on the moon. Like we're gonna see that in our lifetime, dude. 100%.
But I mean, that's if you think the moon landing was real.
Oh God!
I'm sorry. I gotta stop doing that. I do that every time. I can't help it. I'm sorry.
That's why you're okay. I see. It's all clicking now. It's all clicking.
I'm not one of those people. I just want people to know I'm not one of those people, but I love joking about
it. You're just pushing the stereotype more, man. That's all it is. You know,
birds aren't real either. They're definitely government drones.
I might agree with you.
I've seen them change the batteries. Yeah.
That one I've seen them. They accidentally spoke to me. I heard them.
Yeah, one of them glitched out and told me that it had been. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it. We're gonna stop. Yeah, I know. Yeah, there you go. Have you ever seen someone on the moon? Not personally. I mean, those camera angles were pretty clean. I mean,
have you seen the meme when the guy's taking up their Samsung and then pointing to the moon, and it's just like they zoom in, like, look how close I can. It's just a video recording of like someone on the moon.
No. That's exactly what it was.
All right.
That's exactly what it was. But anyway, all that to say, Starlink has been pretty insane to follow, and I am probably going to be moving into the middle of nowhere this spring, and it's going to be crazy, and I don't know what to do.
And then I come over and we go hunting. Nice.
Dude, we can do that. I'm also going to get into ridiculously long range rifle shooting. Like really long range rifle shooting is like my next challenge.
The next Chris Kyle.
No, just probably going to shoot mainly targets. Just, do you hear that, government? Just targets. We just shoot targets.
Yeah. No. What's Waco?
Okay.
I'm telling you, man, we get a podcast like this, dude.
Way too far.
We're gonna get canceled. This stream, just because I said that, might get shut down. So
yeah,
might need to switch over to Twitch.
We had a good run. We could go to Kick and get inundated with the bots because 90% of the people on Kick are bots. It'd be cool. The
Go to
bots,
Rumble, dude. Why don't we stream on Rumble?
I don't know. I put videos over there for a long time. Some of them did okay. I put the podcast on there a few times.
Oh.
I don't know, just throwing it around there. The bots on Kick are whoa. Anytime you go live, there'll be a different person using it, but it'll just spam follow you and start dropping stuff like that.
Oh no, we're definitely getting banned.
Oh, bruh.
Oh jeez. I freaking love that though. I love it when they do that in like esports events, dude, and they'll start spamming that shit. Oh my gosh.
Bry's just going into competing podcasts and trying to get him banned. Like that's all he's doing.
That's what it is. Dude, yeah. That's the move. You just type that in.
Just wait till next time. Next time we do a push to talk episode, I'll just start screaming it. And then we'll talk about we'll talk about Ruby Ridge. We'll really get into it.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. Let's do it. Now he's trying to get his social score back.
Yeah, his social credit score is going up. Yep.
Jeez, man. It's wild out here in the old podcast world, but yeah, we got lots of stuff to talk about. Thanks to everybody for being flexible and moving with us to a day after we were normally going to do it. But I think given this episode, you're going to be glad we did. There's a lot more stuff to talk about. Before we get into the news stories, please, if you guys got a chance, there are lots of free ways to support the program. You can drop a like on this video, share it around, be a friend, tell a friend. Also, if you hit up those audio listens, like we know you do, you're out there. We're almost across 27,000 downloads on the podcast over across their all-time cumulative listens. That's pretty cool. If you guys are out there, hit the 5-star reviews. It helps us quite a bit. Really appreciate it. Been quite a few folks downloading it lately on the old audio platform, so we appreciate you. And I will do my best as we go through these news stories to explain things to you under the guise that you can't see them. Okay? Try to explain it to you and what's going on. Appreciate everybody. Best. The next one, if you would have asked me about this a week ago, I'd have been like, what? Like, what about it? Wardogs, man. Do you see this?
Really? You would say what to Wardogs? I thought that was one of your most. To be honest, it's probably one of my most anticipated games.
I just was not expecting to like have
to hear anything this quick
to what we're talking about.
Something, yeah.
Wild. Yeah. So I actually made a video. I mean, I wouldn't know what it is. I made a video over a year ago about it. Like just some of the snippets and little screen grabs like we've seen around because I've been kind of excited about it. But we actually did a podcast with Big Fry over on the Push to Talk podcast where we interviewed Joe Brammer, and it was really hard for me to do. Brian McCran, which is Lossy, it was really hard to call him Brian and not Lossy. The former Battlefield YouTuber is community manager, like we talked about at the top of the program. And we talked about everything with Bulkhead, all the stuff, the Battalion 1944 stuff, like how they got out from under 10 cent, how they were with what's the other one they were with, not Splash Damage, how they did stuff with Square Enix and like all that stuff. So like got into the nitty gritty of game dev and even finances and like how crazy it was to get out from under the hold of 10 cent and them telling them how to do things that they didn't want to do. And it's a crazy listen, but all of that to say, they sent us some Wardogs gameplay. And it's pretty cool to see. It got me a little bit hyped for it, man. Yeah, Square Enix to Splash Damage to 10 cents, and now they're independent. So it's like wild. And they also are like debt free somehow. So
that's crazy. Yeah, especially like Square Enix and 10 cents to come out of that.
Yeah. It's wild. While you're working on stuff, sometime you should listen to him, man, because Joe just like he tells everything. Like I'll
definitely take. Yeah, I think when I'm working at, usually that's what I do. That's why I watched your video, because I was just working, and then I'll put that up and listen to it. So and check it out. But
we gotta get Lossy on this program whenever it gets closer, when they start doing their media rounds, and it'd be cool to talk to him about some stuff. I don't know when we're gonna be able to see it and play it, but it sounds like fairly soon. During the show, they talked about during the holidays, the first time they had non-employees test it. So they had like
I saw that.
Yeah, they had their people, like their family and friends, come in and
but it's still like kind of prototype phase and whatnot. So yeah,
get a little feedback. Everybody said gunplay was on point. That's what he said was like the highlight of it. I'm sure there were some bugs and some wild stuff, and it's probably going to be a little bit difficult to learn the game too, because it's different. If you guys haven't seen, it's a massive map. It's UE5, which you can love that or hate that. We'll see how it plays out for him.
We'll see.
Then there's Oh, also, dude, Joe said he really liked Battlefield 5, and I was like, I gotta find the clip because like he's like, "What'd you think of Battlefield 5?" And I said, "I loved it. I thought it was one of the best ones. I've been a Battlefield truther the whole time." And he's like, "Yeah, it was a really good game." I was like,
Yeah, yeah. Don't get your hopes up. All right, don't be like Battlefield movement confirmed and Wardogs.
No. We can't get our hopes up. We're not to that point yet. We're not to getting hyped or whatever, but we're very much paying attention because it's cool because it's different.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I was always paying attention because I just love
All right,
combined arms. I'm just saying because like combined arms is like my go-to type of game style. That's why again Battlefield 3, RIP World War 3, but you know that I was a fan of that. What was the other one that died crashing and burning? It was like oh my gosh, I got merch from them.
Crows?
It was behind Crows.
Yeah.
Like in the beginning, they showcased, cool, no HUD gameplay, super realistic, and then they went all weird battle royale zombie shit. So, I have been burnt left and right. Even Battlefield 6, the way it's going right now, and we've talked about this plenty of times, just how grueling this game can be. And I love a hardcore server. So that's, good time to kill, limited HUD, nothing on your screen other than you, the weapon, and the enemy. And this looks exactly the way I want another combined arms game to be. So,
Yep.
yeah,
So
that's how to kill it quick.
Yeah, it was fast, but it looked like it snuck a headshot in there. But let's get into what the game mode is, because for you guys that haven't seen much of it, it sounds like it was based off of Arma King of the Hill. And how he explained it was it's a really big map. There's only going to be one map, which I have a little bit of worries about that. But he said starting off, it's going to have one map. But if it's really big, this probably be okay. But he's saying the area that you fight over is different. So every match will be kind of different on different parts of the map. But there are 3 teams. So there's not just 2 teams. There's 3 big teams in a 100-player match. Said matches last about an hour. What I thought was really cool, and it's something I haven't thought of, and it fit right into my theory of why Battlefield 6 is dying just a little bit, because core multiplayer can get a little bit tedious and kind of boring if you're not getting much progression. And progression, like we've talked about over the last couple of weeks, progression in Battlefield 6 is atrocious. The way they handle it in here, that you kind of have multiplayer games, type respawn games, but you have a sense of RPG progression in the fact that you are a mercenary that fights for these factions with money. And you have to buy your loadout before you go into a match. And I'm assuming I don't have this, but like how much money you make in the match or lose goes with you into the next one. So there's like a sense of progression with you're a character, you're a mercenary fighting for these 3 teams on this giant map, combined arms, destruction, all that good stuff. But you actually have a little bit of stake in your character, in your soldier that moves forward from match to match. So I thought that's like really cool. So there's going to be
that changes again, King of the Hill for sure. So that changes it up as well.
Yeah. So you play King of the Hill and Arma?
Yeah. That and Reforger, but Arma 3 most of the time. So yeah, you kind of like you stuck with the same server mostly, because that's where you earn most of the cash, and then you start getting unlocks and buying vehicles and weapons, stuff like that. So it kind of gave me Planet Side vibes a little bit, Planet Side 2 vibes, like just big open warfare. It's on a continuous battlefield, so I'm curious how they're gonna do it. And then I also like, to me, different portions or different parts of the gameplay isn't just fighting or capturing points or a point, but it's also like when the guy was building a fortification. So it's like I hope to see there's like support elements and support roles within the game as well too, that helps you support the team in other ways than just front line combat the entire time. So like you can be in the back setting up certain areas to then defend from, to give your team a place to push instead of from the main spawn. So that's what I like. Also the little like paint hitting the paint markers was very Rust like, because like I don't know if you've ever seen gameplay of Rust, but when you like hit a tree or hit a rock, the tree, there's like a little red X that comes up, and if you hit the X specifically, it gives you more resources. So I can imagine like if you hit the yellow X, it builds it faster than just sitting there hitting the same spot over and over again, which would be cool. So it gives it like a little, as chat said, like a mini game where it's like you don't have to sit there and learn architecture to build something in the background. You just play a little game as you're building. But
yeah. So how
dude,
does
everything about it looks so good.
how does a match of that work? Like a match of King of the Hill? Like how, like is it just the more people in the area you
On
get
the
tickets?
point, you get points. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, so I wonder how
Yeah.
that's going to be with like the fortification system in this game where you like build stuff. I wonder if like you build stuff in the point, you get more points, and then somebody can tear it down, or these people can try to
I
destroy
don't
it. That'd be
know.
pretty cool.
I don't know.
That's me talking out of my ass like I do.
Yeah.
Just spitballing ideas, but
I mean, there's a point limit, so up to it's been a while since I played it. I think it was like 100 points. I think some servers could boost up the points as well too. Then you win. So I think there's 3 teams. There was Op4, Independent, and Blue 4, right? Yeah, Blue 4. So you had 3 teams. So I don't know how many teams did he talk to you about that? Is it just one team versus one team, or is it 3? Or
no, that's what I'm saying. It's 3.
It is 3.
Yeah, it is 3 teams. Yep.
Oh, so it is very much like Arma 3 King of the Hill then, for sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Then it makes you wonder how all that is gonna work with. Is it going to be like a persistent server? Can you start renting servers in the future? I don't know. That would be great. A server browser in this would, oh, please.
They might do it. I don't know. They sound like really pro player with like all their decisions and stuff. And like,
I remember like doing the research of Bulkhead, and these are like veterans of the industry that ended up making Bulkhead, correct? Like FPS veterans.
Somewhat. It was more like
the leaders
a group. Oh, well, there's more like a group of younger guys actually that started in like doing battalion and pro mod and those things, but now they're like in their 30s and they've got a few games under their belt and they've done games and stuff like that. So.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember even like looking into and when they announced that they were hiring, I was like, I wonder how I can work for these guys, but I don't know anything about software engineer. So, and I'm not moving to Derby. I'm sorry.
They're in the UK, right? I think
they're in the UK. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not moving to the UK. I can't.
That'd be a little bit of a culture shift from the old Florida man.
It would be. It would be. I don't get to keep my guns, dude. I'm sorry. My guns.
I don't think you can move a Florida man into UK. Would not be great. I do want to go visit, man. I really want to visit Europe and try some of the food.
I would love to visit their studio or something like that.
Oh yeah,
dude. So I would love to go do something like that.
Dude, it would be so cool to visit some of those studios like Bulkhead and like they just moved into a new studio in December. And it was like an old tram station, he said, that they converted into like cool looking office space.
Oh, that's sick.
So yeah. I bet it's pretty cool. I bet it's an old as shit building and they kind of reskinned the inside. I bet it's pretty sweet. And then
that'd be so cool.
I'd love to see the Mad Finger studio. Dice would be cool to see. Like, yeah, it'd be cool to see like all those people working on stuff. That'd be cool to be like a community manager, like a big studio and stuff. You just walk around and like peek over people's shoulders, like, what you doing?
Yeah, it makes for such a cool working environment, but
you could learn a lot.
I don't know. I'm curious to see. The gunplay looks fine though. Real quick, as I'm looking at your video, like it looks fine. I have to really test it. I'm curious to see because like he was shooting and then his teammate came in front. In front of him, like, is there friendly fire? How hardcore is it going to be? Is it one of those things where there's no HUD right now, but later when the game actually comes out, there's going to be some limited HUD? So
I think there's going to be
HUD all the times.
Whenever you see the scene of the guy doing the mini game, building the fob or whatever, there's a HUD there. I think that's what it's going to be. It shows the 3 factions.
Still very, very small though. Like very,
pretty small. It's not like a COD HUD or anything.
Dude, I'm sorry. Even Battlefield gets kind of in your face with so much stuff going on screen. So not as bad as Call of Duty for sure, but like, I am now used to playing games like Armored Forger, Armored 3, Squad, those type of games where there's just no HUD almost. So
because you're hardcore.
I'm hardcore. I'm hardcore. I play hardcore. I sleep hardcore, you know, and that means I get horrible sleep. Um
Wait, are you saying hardcore is horrible? Because I kind of say it sometimes.
You say it. You
I
don't
say
like
it's.
hardcore.
I
That's
don't.
why I'm like, I'm curious what you're gonna be, how you're gonna enjoy this game, because it's gonna be hardcore, dude. You
That's fine.
know,
I mean, I still
it's
play it.
fine.
I still have fun in like Arma, Gray Zone. Like one bullet can kill you. In the last Call of Duty, I stomached. We had to play hardcore to keep up with the aim assist people. Like I mean, I get it. I just, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm also like, so if it's King of the Hill and there's progression within the servers as well too, within the game, you know, it's not, that's when, like, I think that's what kind of helps you, and you hate, not hate, but you do see the lacklusterness of um respawn game modes. But
Yeah,
this is like, the longer you survive, the more money you get, the more chances of money you get to make, the more things you get to do for you and your squad and your team.
yeah. I like the idea of that because I think that's what like multiplayer game, like core multiplayer experiences, kind of miss, is to where like there's no like persistence to it or back end at all. Like you spawn. I like the idea of this because, like, if you think about it, if you try to look at games a different way, from different ways they hook you or get, you know, that like dopamine hit or that excitement, it's either like tense moments or it's like progression, like, or like an extraction shooter, like you get a good piece of loot or something that you've been looking for, or you level
Mm-hmm.
up to unlock something new that you've been trying to do or something like that. So why I think it's cool, in like why this could kind of take a stab at fixing that, is because right now if you spawn into Battlefield, you're just like one of the random soldiers. You play that match, you try to win it, you either did or you didn't, whatever. Then you go on to the next one,
Yeah.
you pick your loadout, stuff like that. The progression sucks in it. In this one, I really like the idea of being your own soldier. That's why I was kind of hyped. I was really hyped for the customization in World War III. How like your soldier had that identity to it, and you were like that. You took that guy, like you were that guy. Like you put yourself in the game. And in this one, you get
Mm-hmm.
to. I think you get to play the same character, and you get to level up and progress that character, fight for different factions as a mercenary, and how well you do carries on with you into the next one. And there can be some
Dude,
of that progression and
yeah. I
persistence
mean,
that
again, kind
is
of going
missing.
back to PlanetSide 2, when I first started that, it was like you chose each faction, and then you chose, when you wanted to go and play the game, I want to play this faction today, and this character is a higher level than my other faction, which is just starting off. So it's like, yeah, you feel more invested into the war that is going on, for not just for you, as to like, I want to win the game, but I want to win because I want to win for the team, you know. So it's that's another thing too. I wonder how long the games are going to be.
You said
You said
around
it's
an
going to be
hour.
one, so that's pretty long. That's a commitment. Also,
Yeah.
for how big the map is going to be, I can see why they can just do one map, but in the future there's gonna have to be another map included for sure, or like, because you can only do so much on that same map over and over again.
I
So
hope
I
so.
mean,
The map looks sick,
um,
but like I hope they got more than pipe.
yeah, I mean, again, now coming from level design, I get how long it takes to make levels and make it look lived in and detailed. But
And then one this big too, because it looks big.
did they say how many square kilometers it was?
No.
No. Okay. I'm also looking at, also we got to talk about like the main thing, destruction in this game.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
I don't
not the
think
main
this
thing, but one of the big things.
I don't think this tells you too much because they just shot
It's
two areas and
it was the same. That's what I was gonna say. It was the same spot, pretty much on the same type of building type, which was the corner of like those buildings. So I wonder. And when I saw the tank as well too, I thought like the tank would roll over some stuff and maybe break some
mhm.
stuff on the way down. So like that could still be a thing. Um, but just to see also destruction come into the mix is very welcome. I'm kind of tired of these open combat games just not have any destruction whatsoever. Like it's 2026 now. You got to have some destruction. Now it's not on the level at all by any means so far of what Battlefield brings to the table.
I
You
think
know,
it's hard
it's
to tell.
very, it's, well, you know, he like there's a video right now. He shoots the RPG, puff of smoke. It's going to be the same destruction material type, and it's going to be the same cutout of
Is
the
it?
building that gets replaced. And that's what it looks like to me. It's just like big puff, big smoke, hide the transition, and then even when the rubble fell and hit the ground, it disappears within the smoke, and it's not there on the ground. So it's like it's very basic. I can't say anything though yet. Well, I can, but I'm also like understanding that it's a super early, you know, prototype. It still says work in progress, you know. So we'll see what it looks like in the future. I'm not asking for Frostbite, whatever level they're on right now of type of destruction, because that's their main, you know, bread and butter. But just to see that already be implemented was kind of cool. And then like the truck with like the mortar that shoots up in the sky, like that makes me also wonder what other kind of support vehicles and support weapons will be there. Is there going to be like, you know, handmade or not handmade, hand mortars, or like mortars that can be used by people and stuff? It's just, there's so many questions that I have now,
Yep.
that I just have to wait because it's still so early.
Yeah, we're way early on and stuff, but yeah, they got
Yeah,
some optimization struggles, I'm sure. You have that many players on
that too.
UE5 in that kind of small space because you
And
know
it's how many
King
players
100.
per team?
No, I don't know per team. It's going to be around 100 players, so 30 some. I guess they can't
Okay.
evenly split that up against 100. Can't be divided by 3, but like
Yeah,
33
exactly.
players a team, I guess. Um
Mm.
yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be a massive challenge to keep all that working, and then the destruction working on the server with all that stuff.
It's
It's gonna
that's
be
why
wild.
it's like I'm excited, but I don't want to get too excited because
They talked about the tech though, so I guess I can say this because they talked about it in
I was gonna say, what
uh
did they tell you about any of that stuff on your
um that
podcast?
essentially the money that they got from Tencent went into a very special system that works over the top of UE5 to handle all this combined arms combat, destruction, and rendering. Kind of like it sounded to me like kind of how Gray Zone has Scala that works over top of UE5 to do all the vegetation and all that
It's like
stuff.
their own
Yeah, it's
yeah.
they essentially use the funding from Tencent to 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 uh to make this extra cool system that works on the top of UE5 to help with all that stuff. So they have their own like
Okay. All
proprietary
right.
thing that's running to try to handle it. But I just saw
That's
as far
yeah.
as destruction, you really couldn't tell because they only shot 2 buildings, so there's like not a lot to compare it to. I don't
Yeah,
know
well
if like the tank
there
can
was
run over that.
RPG, tank, and then the mortar, but it was all the same building,
I
each
just
one.
couldn't tell. I couldn't tell like can you like drive the tank over these walls and crush them? Can this house crush down to nothing? Like you just don't know the extent really of the
Yeah,
destruction.
I did. I don't know. And there was the helicopter that was doing like the gun run as well too. Like I don't know if he was like shooting the tower because the tower can come down, or there was like an antenna as well too that looked like it took some damn. It was hard to tell. The helicopter flew back past real fast, but like it looked like a rocket hit it, and then the antenna got you know, broken a little bit. So again, it's still super early. Yeah, again, I'm just really excited. I'm definitely, out of all the games that I'm keeping my eye out on, this is like top of the list, if not the top game right now, because I'm just dying for something like this. Because like I want something modern. I've only played Armor Forger for so many hundreds of hours at this point. Like I'm actually kind of curious how many hours I have in Armor Forger. 1063.
Holy cow! I didn't know you played
Yeah.
that much, man.
Yeah, and that's from also helping with mods and running my own servers. So like I'm like super invested in Reforger, and I love, you know, all the mods that come of it. But I just want to play something that's just out of the box, modern, open gameplay, ready destruction. You know, it took them forever to get destruction on Reforger. So like this is, and it's destruction, but it's very like elementary, where it's like you shoot the building a few times and then it just big dust cloud, it crumbles down, it just slides underneath the map, and then it gets replaced with the broken, you know, version of that building. So it's like very early. So
Yeah,
yeah, armor destruction, exactly. Yeah, in quotations, it's so rudimentary. So it's like, please give me something that I want to. That's like the best part in Arma, or like in Battlefield too. Like if I can't go this way because it's being flanked by the enemy or it's a choke point, I can strap C4 to a wall, blow it up, and make another entry point for my
yeah.
team to get around. So it's
Get
like 100% it's viable.
Yep. I love
Yeah.
destruction in games, especially battle like the last several of Battlefield have had pretty crappy, but it still actually comes out pretty cool even in like Strike Point that I play all the time because you can blow up
Mm,
different sight lines and change the map around and like that's so
yeah.
good. I'm excited to see him have some building stuff come back too because I was a
Oh, did you do a lot of engineering stuff in Battlefield 5? The
The
fortifications?
fortifications. Yeah, I was definitely a convert when it comes to fortifications. When it first came out, that's when Fortnite was popping off when they launched the trailer, and we are like, "Oh,
Yeah.
cool! There's Fortnite building in
Great.
Battlefield. That's
Yeah.
what we
A
need."
lot of people thought that. They're
Yeah,
like, what? Why are we doing this in Battlefield? It doesn't make sense.
but then we
And then you
started
did
playing
it.
it. Then we started playing. I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh shit, this is actually pretty cool!" Like we got this open objective, like on Eris, out on on the one side of the map that's like wide open. You take deployment. It's like, what do we do? Well, you get your shovels out. You start digging trenches. You can put anti-tank barriers on the roads and like you start building it up. I just thought it was cool. And then they blow it up.
Sandbag
I think,
cover.
I think if you have like super insane destruction, it's really cool to be able to build some parts of it back. Just have the give and take just a little bit. It's pretty neat.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, hope it's good
100%.
in here. But I like the fact that it appears that there's construction, destruction, and construction to change the map as it's going on. I think that adds a lot of replayability.
And then looking at like the building type, it looks Eastern European from what I can tell. It looks very not Russian, but like the buildings that literally the building that the guy walked in, he took the RPG, blew it up, walked in, opened the door, which the fact that you can open doors as well in the map is just like that little detail, you know. It looks like dorms in Tarkov. Like it looks like a apartment in Pripyat. Like it's very Eastern Russian looking as well too. So man, I mean the vehicles that we have confirmed is the Jeep. We have, I think that was an Apache helicopter
I
that was
couldn't
flying
tell.
overhead.
I'm not an expert on those.
We have some kind of, if I had to rewind, looks like an Abrams of some sorts.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the vehicles
No,
were.
that's a Leopard. That's a Leopard. That looks like a Leopard. Yeah, so German Leopard.
So you got tank, chopper, and like a dune buggy thing.
Yeah, and then also that there's a vehicle. There's like a I don't know if I call it an infantry fighting vehicle, but there's a vehicle that has a motor tube on top, and I forgot what it's called, that shoots out, and that's what you see. So it's like you have support vehicles that can sit in the behind the front lines, shoot up, and rain down destruction. So looks like a Cobra. The Cobra's very skinny. I look more like the Apache is very like wide muscle looking dude. So I don't know. I'd have to go through and look through it again, but
definitely not an expert.
Maybe a Cobra. I don't know.
Do you want to do? You talking about a little beautiful light action?
Oh yeah, another stalker-esque game. Super excited.
So we got some new info. Blue and I have actually we play tested Beautiful Light together one time for the one time.
Once.
So
out
yeah,
of
that was
like
pretty cool.
3 times I've played it, which is like, that's a lot compared to how long the game's been out.
Yeah.
Or not been out. Sorry. Yeah, not been out.
It's been a long time. Yeah. The game's been worked on for a long time, but we hope that's worth it. Yeah, we got some new information in the Games Plus, like the new Games Plus event. They revealed some new games and stuff, and we actually got a new Beautiful Light trailer with some gameplay in it here and there, and it looks pretty cool. Elevator pitch to this game, like really roughly, it's like a modern hunt showdown, paranormal, modern, but there's more to it than that. One of the coolest things is you can actually play as the anomalies and monsters. So that's where the PvE comes from. That's where the third P is. You could also, I guess, call Wardogs PvPvP because there's 3 teams. But
anyways,
sorry. Trying really hard over here. Yeah, but it looks pretty cool. I wonder what everybody thinks of it. It's a game that I've been looking forward to for a really long time as someone who found Hunt Showdown by myself and enjoyed a lot. It's been pretty good. It's cool to see a modern one of those. The trailer is creepy, but even potentially more importantly, we did get like a a change list of everything that's coming into the game, because it has been a minute since I played it, like a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I hope
Yeah.
I hope that they've expanded the map maybe, or at least made like the bounties you have to go get. Do you know if there's more places, or is it always the same place like it was
I
in the
don't know.
playtest?
So like I remember the last time I played was I think the last time I played was the last playtest that they've had. And it was me, Fry, and Geeksy, I believe. And there was one part of the map where you looked up and it was like big old bold text and letters, like up in the sky. It wasn't complete. So like um I don't I all we the only thing we were able to do at that point was to um go get the cookie and come back out. So there wasn't really any like bounties on players currently. So other than again when the person took the cookie or the anomaly and then or the artifact I should say, and then what's the word, was tracked on the map, so
Yeah. Yeah, I would be, man, I really want to get into another playtest and just like see how different it is, um, from whenever we played it. It looks really cool. You want to go over some of the changes from the changelog? I can
yeah,
drop those. You
yeah.
can talk about them a little bit.
I know the whole, so this is what they posted on their X account. um just kind of reading it off from here, we'll kind of go over it and give our opinions as we go along. They're apparently revamping the whole spawn system, so everything from items, echoes, and radiations are still missing apparently, but the monster placement has been done. But if you guys don't know what the items, echoes, and radiations are, it's just like items and echoes. Echoes are just like anomalies in Stalker. So like your electric areas, your fireball anomalies that kind of roll around certain sections, stuff like that. It's very Stalker like. So if you played Stalker, you know exactly what it is. They haven't even implemented a radiation system, which would be kind of interesting to see. Like there's going to be certain pockets of radiation or places where there's more radiation, so you have to manage your radiation as you're fighting. And I can't imagine how stressful that would be, trying to manage your radiation as you're fighting a monster while a team is pushing you from behind you. If you're carrying the artifact, I'd be screaming. So
Yeah, there's gonna be, yeah, there's gonna be moments in this game where you're just like almost about to shut down from like overload of stimuli.
I
Because
can't imagine. There was moments where we're in the main lab section. We know the player because they gave control of the weird dog monster to a player, so we hear it killing someone in like above us in another hallway as we're fighting in a lab where there's a fireball anomaly running towards us as we're fighting another team, and we're all still trying to go after the artifact. It was one of the most stressful moments of my entire gaming career, and I loved every single second of it because it was just like we screamed, we laughed, we cried probably at the end of it, so it was fun.
how
Let's see.
does a
Another thing
fireball
is
run when it doesn't have any legs?
it floats, man.
I had to
It
get you back.
floats. Anyways,
The
they said they
thing I
also
actually
need
take
to.
the
Oh
thing
my god.
the thing I was gonna take from that first one is monster placement's done. That's good. I'm like looking at all this through the lens of like, when's this thing gonna be done? So like I'm trying to like parse out like what
There's a
still
lot
needs
that
to be
looks
done.
like has been
Yeah.
done, but there's a lot I can see down towards the bottom of the list, like things that they're still working on. So it's like, okay, all right. What it's dude, it's 2020. It's the beginning of 2026. I'd say at max 6 months till we see a playtest date. But even then, we have so many other variants of a scary extraction shooter coming
Yeah.
out this year.
Good
So it's
call.
just
I
like,
want to
yeah, we'll talk about that. I forgot. There's so many. There's too many of now.
no,
Um,
I wanted to talk about that and bring this up during this time. No, I think you're right on with this topic is like they've taken a really long time and they're doing the game the right way. There's no doubt. And it's really cool. And it's
100%.
very
Yeah,
original, but it's like they're starting to have some competitors come up and it's like a lot of
yeah,
them. Um, yeah.
a
Black
lot,
Budget,
dude.
Project Spectre, Gray State. Like there's several of these types of games coming out, even some where you can control the monsters too. So if you look down through here,
Mm-hmm.
it's like
Mm-hmm.
Ground Zero is receiving a big update with 5 small POIs and several micro POIs. That's good. They said they need to improve sound, but like they're talking about they're working on new AI still. They're working on new echoes. We still need to do the whole progression system. We still need to do the Wendigo, which is the first playable anomaly, the real one. Second map is starting to look really
I
good. The
didn't realize they're
scopes,
working on a second map. That's
yeah,
crazy. You know.
yeah. The scope system isn't done yet. Overall weapon balancing is not done at all. So there's like a
At
long
all.
way to go still.
And
But
you know what? I just realized they said all this basically represents what we'll be working on this year. I don't see this coming out 2027, especially towards the end when they noticed that when I noticed they said they don't like the idea of shipping things into early access if they're broken or buggy. And then continues on. It says no matter what happens, if those features are not shipped with early access, they will come later. So it's like if apparently the game is playable right now, it's not perfect but playable. So they want to get it to a damn near perfect state. And if they're working on all of this, and they specifically said we're working on this year, I'd say 2027 now. Actually, I'm changing it. I'm saying early 2020, Q1 2027. This game will finally come out into early access, which is, I don't know, man. It's not just the other games that are coming out that are similar to this, but also the whole extraction game craze. I think people will start getting. I've already seen it now where people comment on a lot of the things that we're working on. It's like, oh, great, another extraction game, another extraction shooter. How many games need to be extraction shooters or have an extraction game mode? It's like, it's still, to me, it's still relatively new in the mainstream media. But as far as the extraction game mode, I've been playing it since 2016 with Tarkov. So it's like, and personally, and I think you've said it before too, extraction games, I mean, Arc Raiders is different. Maybe I don't know. You said it in the past before, because you said extraction shooters aren't for everyone. Battle royales can be. So it's
yeah,
like, I don't know. But then you look at Arc Raiders and it's like, dude, these guys are killing it, and
yeah.
it's 100% extraction. So they're doing something different. I don't think with all the money in the world and all the time you could recreate what Arc Raiders has done within the extraction genre. Um, I think it was perfect timing, perfect. Uh, Everything kind of just came together. So it's like, I don't know, Beautiful Light. I want to love it. I want to play it for sure when it comes out, but dude, this is, I don't know. It's the timing is really the only thing that's against them right now, because
I
I
think
know
they
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good game. It's just the timing right now.
Yeah, I think they have a lot of challenges with timing, with the other ones coming out, with how extraction shooters are going to have another year of everybody playing them under their belt, and then you're going to have, what they talk about all these features that are coming. Are they going to have the same kind of issue Gray Zone did, and come out a little bit too early? People kind of see the game; they're desensitized to the main aspects of the game, so then they don't play it anymore. And then when they get these other features, people are going to be like, oh, I already played it, like I'm done with it, I saw everything there is to see in that game. They don't ever pick it up again. That's a real thought of like, kind of happened with Gray Zone. Like, it came out earlier than a lot of us thought it should have, and then like sometimes you don't get second chances to bring people back. So like they have a real uphill battle to have this game rock long term, but I really hope it does, because it's cool. It's really cool to see something this original artistically to be done, and they're building everything and doing it all themselves. And you just hope it works out, because it's a definitely a unique game, and that might carry it. That might carry it through, because it's a cool gameplay loop. We've already seen with Hunt Showdown with that kind of stuff, but having it modern with this art style is of its own, and being able to play as the monsters is sick. And I don't know, I'm hopeful. I'm rooting for it, man. It's really cool. But they have an uphill battle, I feel like, with timing,
Yeah.
and like how much they're getting done, the pace of their development. Um, so, yep, Beautiful Light. It's doing it still.
Still
ABI
being made.
season 4 came out.
Yeah, how did that go?
Uh, Felt like a thought. I have come across some of the Gooner skins. I've seen the doctor lady in the mini skirt, and yeah, man, it's just one of those things where it is like snowy Northridge is sick, super sick. The airport map is badass. The new guns are pretty cool. They did optimization passes. They brought in DLSS 4. There's like absolutely like insane amounts of quality of life stuff, just within simple UI stuff of like seeing when you craft or trade for something, how much real time it is on the market. Like, that's so awesome to see. They did a bunch of changes and expanded the hideout. Like there's a bunch more stuff to do in there. Again, essentially 2 new maps, like 1.5 new maps, I guess. But how Snowy Northridge works is pretty sick with the snow. I talked about it after the play test, but like, man, everything's great. The one thing that not a lot of people notice, and maybe some people don't notice, is dude, the freaking 72 tick rate servers are noticeable. Like
Yeah.
the combat feels really good. So when you're shooting the uwu lady underneath her boob plates, like it just feels buttery smooth. And I'm talking about the gunplay, okay? But yeah, the Gooner skins are just a buzzkill, man. And that's like really the only bad thing because like
Yeah,
everything
you
else,
listed so many good things
yeah,
that just feels right, and then it's just like I don't know. It's hard to ignore it because we've only seen this so many times where they've started something as simple as this, and then it leads to uwu anime skins towards the end and unicorn
oh, it's gonna
character
get worse.
models.
I've just resigned
So
myself to that fact that like it's
yeah,
gonna get
but
way
it's like,
worse.
do we get to a point where like even with all that, if there's such a great game underneath, do we ignore that or do we just stop playing it, or do
That's
we,
like,
it's like that's the
yeah.
question of the century. I feel like, dude.
No, that's it, man. That's like the push pull of it to where that's the reason I stuck with playing S&D like all those seasons because like I just wanted S&D and no one had that and I just put up with the skins. But like if you're on the edge of you're kind of tired of a game anyway and then you put trash skins on top of it, that can be the reason where it's like if one of the reasons you enjoy a game is the setting, the immersion, like building up your kits and like and that's what I talked about. What I like to do, and I guess I'm not it's not for everybody, is I kind of like to build a character that looks like me, that would dress how I think's cool, and I try to put myself in the game and like immerse myself in it. And then like when that starts to get broken down by like ridiculously uwu skins, you're like, okay, that's only for gooners so they can make money off basement dwellers, like or people who are
Yeah.
trolling, right? Who people are like think it's funny.
Yeah, it's not like, as you said, that you have female friends that play this game that
Yeah,
want a representation of a female operator that would dress as what an operator would do in an environment like that. So
yeah, no, I think they had it. I think they had it nailed like last season. Like you could play as a female operator if you wanted to, which is great. And it like all the male clothing had female counterparts to it. So you could dress like with the same tactical pants. And that's another thing with cosmetics that they did bring back this season is you can mix and match stuff. So I've unlocked several skins through battle passes and stuff, and I can actually kind of make my own unique look, which is so cool. I've wanted that since, like we talked about earlier, World War III. You can change your shoes, your pants, your gloves, your upper and your headgear and your helmet and stuff all separately. So you can like build your own look and stuff. It's really cool. So
yeah,
like they even made good strides on the cosmetic side of things to like build some really cool looking characters and operators. And then like they threw that. So we were literally playing on the farm map and we were starting to do some of the quests to try to unlock the 3x3. And this lady in a lab coat and a mini skirt with her boobs hanging out came flying through the trees, jumping around with a knife. And it's just like, cool,
yeah. Just you just turned around,
cool. Like, yeah,
boom,
that's in
killed.
the game
All
now.
right.
So it's only going to get worse. So, I mean, that's it,
You
man.
notice in the trailer you're watching or that you're showing on the podcast, there's not a single moment when that lady's in that video.
No. And how cool it looks.
Like, yeah, like you see like the four guys, they shoot with the thermals, and then the other two guys are pushing behind, and they look like the bad guy operators from Call of Duty 2 in the snow mountain with the heat, the heartbeat sensor. That's what they look like. It looks sick.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And that's like actual, that's not like pre-rendered stuff too. That's like in game, like how it looks. And it's nice. It runs so smooth too, man. Like I'm telling you, you can tell the server tick rates popped up and yeah, it feels good. And the new map is really cool too. The airport map, it's like big, but it's dense. So like you can really, it's one of the best extraction maps I think I've played. We'll see if it wears off and I start to hate it. But right now it feels really good because you can play how you want to. There's not many people that hide in bush with tappers that just shoot you in the head. There's not a lot of sniping campers, but there's a big area. So if you want to, you can move around the perimeter and kind of sweep and clear different POIs and loot and stuff. Or if you want to for sure get into it, you can run into the big airport terminal in the middle. So there's different ways to play
Yeah.
the map based on how you want to, and that I just all in one place is pretty cool because it's like a big map, but it's super dense. It's not a big sniping map. So
Yeah, it looked like when I was watching your gameplay, it looked like there's a lot of cover in between you and the main terminal.
yeah,
So
there's a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of new stuff in there too, like different mechanics and things. Like you can kick open doors now, and there's like some car alarms that go off when you open certain car trunks. Like opening car trunks is a new mechanic. You can now open some dumpsters. There's like a on the map there's like a slot machine. You can go find these little airplane models from around and put them in the slot machine and spin it out and get new loot. Like there's just cool stuff like that, but they had to go after the gooner money. So
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you there. But the season gameplay wise is so good. The bummer. Do you want to talk about the new games plus stuff?
Yeah, there's a couple of games out there that we can talk about.
Yeah, I thought there was some interesting stuff on here. So if you guys didn't see it, there was a what do you want to call it? Like it's like future game show, but like more independent or like PC game show.
Yeah, it's mainly about independent games for sure. So it's like it's like a game showcase all about independent devs.
But they also talked about Division, which is almost independent the way Ubisoft is.
It's about to be.
Heyo.
And then acquired. Yeah.
Probably. One that I saw, Blue's got some hot takes to say about this, but there's a Gallipoli. I think that's how you say it.
I don't know if it's super hot, but
it's probably not that hot. Basically, this is a copy paste of Battlefield 1. No, I'm joking. But there's a new trench warfare game called Gallipoli, and it's a World War I shooter. So
yeah,
it looks cool.
Look, I can go look up. There's some games right now. There's Verdun is like the number one World War One game that comes up to mind. Isanzo. There's also there's another one, Tannenberg, I think. I don't know if that's see, and I don't know if that was a DLC because like they all kind of start to blend in, you know. If I look up like Verdun was like the biggest one, right? And if I look up their Steam charts right now, there's 47 players on right now. 91 peak. So, and it's like, oh, well, look up, you know, Isanzo. That was another big one too. Okay, cool. Isanzo. There is right now currently 300 players. Wow. Yeah. You know, I would you know, Battlefield 1 itself, as much as Battlefield 1 is a gorgeous game, you know, I personally didn't play because I just didn't really care about the World War One experience. As much as I love what that game looks like, the World War One just wasn't for me. Then again, there was a lot of machine guns that wouldn't have existed that were in that game. So hard to say, but yeah, Gallipoli just looks like another World War One shooter. It's the Middle Eastern front, so I guess that puts it in a desert area, but I've never seen a World War One game. No matter what they say that, oh, it sets us apart from this game and that game, I've never seen one do relatively do commercially successful. So I don't know. We will unless I don't know. I don't know what commercially successful to their team would be. So that's also another thing. But you know, in the eyes of a player base, again, same thing. It's like it could be a great game, but it's low player number, and no one's gonna play it to see low player numbers, and then so on and so forth. So,
yep. Yeah, that's the tough part. That's what Fry was talking about in his Splitgate video about like it's like a negative feedback mechanism. Like nobody wants to play it because there's not enough players playing it. So like it's just a like negative feedback loop where people don't want to put time into it because there's no one playing it. But the reason no one's playing it is because no one's playing it.
Yeah.
So like it never takes off. So I don't know. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, it's just like something.
It looks good.
I'm not gonna play. Know. Like the graphics look cool and stuff, and the gunplay looks pretty smooth. And like I just am probably, yeah, it's there. If you're a big World War One person, there you are. There you are. There you are.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go. I don't get this one. Exakiller, did you see this one?
Exakiller, I did. Oh, is that the Yeah, it's like a not cyberpunk. I'm trying to think of the word. I guess it is kind of
Like
cyberpunkish.
steampunk, maybe it's a retro
See,
futuristic.
it's more like I'm thinking. I was thinking like Blade Runner or like with the vehicle. Um, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't consider it. Yeah, it's a first person game and it has shooter mechanics, but I wouldn't consider it like if you're looking for a first person shooter, don't go here. This is like a first person exploration game that's set in like cyberpunkish desert area. So and you get to drive a vehicle as well too, which I think in my opinion the vehicle part is like the coolest thing. You know, it's very, very like Blade Runner 80s digital dashboard font. Like it's, you know, when you think of cyberpunk, you think of this. So, you know, and you're like hunting bounties, stuff like that. I kept seeing this like pop up on X every now and then. Like there's a lot of like developer hashtags that they would use and that this would pop up every now and then. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I might give it a shot. It's got a 6-shooter. You
Sure
can put
does.
a
Cowboy
suppressor
hats.
on it. You can put oil can suppressor. Yeah, futuristic cyberpunk lever action 6. You know, they got 6 shooters, lever action shotguns. You know, so
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. So they're saying it's a retro futuristic Western action game that blends shooting, melee action, vehicular combat, and more into one package, complete with a large degree of player freedom that encourages you to complete quests and go about your adventure any way you see fit. Is it multiplayer? I don't know.
Not that I can tell. No, I think it's only single player from what I could tell.
Starfield 2076. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It looks kind of interesting to me. It looks like Fallout-y or Atomic Heart kind of to me. Vehicle combat though. Can I plug in the wheel?
And then you're driving with one hand using your mouse as to shoot out the window at the same time. That'd be kind of cool.
This looks like one that I would not play, but if you told me what it says, I might play it, because if you read it, it's like it's an explosive co-op PvPvE extraction shooter as robot cowboys with guns, spells, horses, and bosses. And then you look at it and it looks like Overwatch graphics. So like,
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, no,
that's a game. I don't have anything else.
It's technically a first-person shooter.
Yeah, it sounded cool when I read it, and then I watched the trailer and I was like, "Whoa!"
I remember I used to play games like this.
What do you make a alpha response?
This one, I'm kind of curious because it looks very much like Killing Floor meets Payday, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, Payday-ish. Yeah. So
it's Payday because you got like the cops and robbers type of aspect, but then you got like the absolute carnage and chaos that is like, because it is 4-player co-op if I remember correctly. So it's a lot of like you could do solo or friends against bot enemies, but it's like super chaotic, just enemies everywhere, lots of guns, shootings, different types of enemy types. You can even drive in this game too, so that'd be kind of cool to see. But yeah, it's very much like Killing Floor, but it also looks so like, dude, I don't know what it is about the trailer.
It looks like a PS3 game.
Dude, the graphics look horrible and the FPS is chugging, dude. Like, you know, like if you told me this game came out in 2012, I'd believe you. Like, you know, this looks like a mod for Left 4 Dead that, you know, just took on its own life. Like, and it kind of makes sense because the person who made it, by the way, who's creator of this game, is also the creator of the original Counter-Strike mod for Half-Life, which then I don't know if you ever heard of a game called Counter-Strike. You know, that's the person who created that. So, yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense. Maybe it's like an old school way of like developing games, but it sure feels like it. So, yeah, it's like, dude, Payday, Killing Floor together sounds like a great combo. And then you look at it and it's just like, what is up with this? Yeah, I don't know. It's and it's also you can go play it now. I don't know if I would recommend it though.
Does it cost money?
$20 right now.
Yeah.
I mean, mostly positive reviews at 79. So it's also like it's just above mixed reviews. So, it's still mostly positive, but still it's, and then they got a whole roadmap if you guys want to go check it out on their Steam page as well too. So, um, one of the next patch features says implement ray tracing to improve graphics and performance optimizations. So I'm telling you, maybe I told you when I saw it, and that's probably one of the main things that needed to get fixed. You know what's funny? Actually, I think I remember. Yeah, you remember when okay, hold on. These guys were at Gamescom. Remember when we did the interview from there,
Yeah.
and I turned around and I pointed out, and I think that was the game.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
and then someone said it like, oh yeah, he's the creator of Counter-Strike. I was like, oh shoot, that's cool.
Oh, dang.
But
No, I
now
didn't put
looking
that
at the
together.
gameplay, yeah, we'll have to see maybe some next patch. I might check it out after the next patch. We'll see.
Yeah, I wonder.
If I have
They
time.
said so. So it said it's trying to improve the graphics and stuff. That's weird because it seems like it's almost like retro-y enough that like that's what they were going for. Like it was purposely made to look like an old game.
If that's what they were trying to go for, they did it.
Yeah.
So, but if they're trying to implement ray tracing, it's not going to look like that anymore. So,
the next one, the last one that I have is the Cube. So Atomic
Cube, that one I didn't hear about.
So it's like Atomic Heart, but it's an MMO. So it's an MMO RPG shooter in Atomic Heart universe on a shifting sky cube with quests and customization. So it's like from that thing. I thought Atomic Heart was really cool. I never played it, but I watched a lot of videos on it because I just thought the setting was kind of cool, like Fallout meets Stalkery, kind of wild, with the graphics looks really cool. So they're building an MMO that takes place on a cube that it shifts around and moves and stuff. So it seems like pretty wild. I want to know when it comes out, to be honest with you. I don't know if this is something I could ever get into. I'm always someone that thinks MMOs look really cool from the outside, and I could never get into one.
I guess the only one sink most of the times, man, to be fair.
The only one I tried to get into was the New World, the Amazon one.
Yeah, I think that was a lot of people's first ones, funny enough.
Played it for a fair amount.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's an MMO shooter set on a mysterious, ominous, and massive cube in the sky that rotates about, shifting the environment in unexpected ways. Was shown again. It's headed to the PC at some point in the future. It can be wishlisted now. So we really don't know much about it other than this is kind of the trailer that's already been out, I guess.
Yeah, I've seen that trailer before. I remember saying it looked cool, but like, yeah, I mean, I never played Atomic Heart either, so I'd have to. I feel like I need to go play that soon.
What's the what do you know about this?
Gunner skins too, so you know.
You know anything
about
what?
Do
you know anything about the Division 2 survivors?
It's actually the first time I'm hearing about that myself.
So Division 2 developers showed off an upcoming winter-themed extraction mode, Survivors, for the game, while also confirming that Division 3 is in development and noting that a mobile game inspired by the first Division is in the works as well.
If it's like survival, I'm down to try it out. I'll install Division 2 again. It's just the Division 2 really focused on like your builds more than the first Division, and it got very just meta, you know, like if you didn't build this build specifically the way you needed to with the certain weapons, and if your team wasn't doing the exact same thing, like it was pretty much unplayable in the dark zone. Whereas like the first Division, that was very like it was you against the world almost. It felt like, you know, and that's the whole point of that game. It's like it's supposed to be like, hey, the world's pretty much got overrun by a virus, you know, and then it turned into hero boss shooter, you know. So yeah. It definitely it became a whole different game in the second one compared to the first one. So, which yeah, duh, but like it almost like exploded into a whole different thing. Like it morphed. I'll just say that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a bit different. I just want the Heartland back.
Yeah. Well, Never gonna get it, but oh well.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe whoever buys Ubisoft, the rest of Ubisoft will
Bring it
release it.
back.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, there's
that's
that.
about it.
Yeah, that's
I
about
mean, I
all I
know
had.
there was like the game I played a while ago, Sand.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, I played a Tacti one play test, but like the FPS was horrible. So I don't know. It's like Sea of Thieves but on the water, and it's PvPvE.
You
So
mean on the sand?
yeah, you're controlling land ships that have giant legs that go on giant desert dunes that look like you're on a ship, and you get to like, there's someone who's repairing the ship, who's also manning the guns, and then there's someone who's boarding the ship and shooting with a sniper, who's someone who's on the wheel, so it's very
Jeez.
very Sea of Thieves like. um but I can see that game being pretty fun, but it's also like, I don't know. Well, Sea of Thieves to me has kind of lost its way in my opinion as well compared to where it used to be. So like I used to love Sea of Thieves and like the PvP aspect. I used to love boarding enemy ships and taking them over, taking their supplies, sinking them. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see that in this game, but the FPS, me and Tacti agreed, it was bad. The optimization was horrible. So it was damn near unplayable.
Is the case with mini games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what Division 3 is going to be like. I just remember, man, like that Division 1 reveal trailer was like life changing. That was like the coolest
man, that was
trailer,
so I pre-ordered 2 games in my life. First one was Batman Arkham City because I wanted the Batman statue and I still have it to this day. And 2 was the First Division. And after the First Division, I vowed to never pre-order another game ever again. Okay,
the new Stalker.
Shoot, yeah, I did pre-order Stalker. Never mind, 3 games. Wait, does buying Battlefield 6 the day before release count as 4 games pre-order?
No, you were just getting it preloaded. Nah, I don't.
Yeah, okay. So 3 games in my life. Sorry. Okay, 3 games.
I mean, they could get you on a technicality because you technically pre-ordered. I don't think I wouldn't take you there. It wouldn't hold up in court. That's all I'd say. It
wouldn't hold up in court. No, sir, Your Honor.
I object. What I would say, because I could be a lawyer one day. But anyway, no, I think that's a show, man. I don't really have anything else. I want to keep everybody.
I don't know. I like to see. I'm more curious on what the next Ghost Recon game will be.
Yeah, because it's first person too.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's like
the game. If it's anything like budget, count me out.
Hopefully it's got super sick anti-cheat like Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah.
One of the best anti-cheats out there.
Better than it's better than Ricochet, I guess.
Well, right? Ricochet is not real, so.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I got 2 last week. I got 2 cheater compensations in ABI. Like the 2 people, I'm like,
really?
Dude, I was like, dude, you're sus, and I reported them. Like 2 days later, I got compensation. Said, yep, they're a cheater.
Nice. Okay.
Yep. Bought my kit back. So
my kit back.
Pretty cool, man. They give you like whatever your kit's worth back to you, plus a little extra for your trouble and Cohen. So had 2 of them. Oh, Justin with a $4.99 says play ABI Blue. That's all.
Dude, if I have time, that's the thing, man.
He's a big time game dev. Big time dev now. He's in.
Like after this, I'm going back to do some extra stuff.
Dang it.
Well, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how like the little things add up, man.
Thank you, Justin. I really appreciate you taking the time to do the show then, Blue. Thank you, man. I know you're ultra busy, and this show's kind of a labor of love for us. We don't have a lot of big time sponsors or anything. It's just because this show's kind of because we enjoy doing it. So I appreciate you taking the time to do that when you're real busy, man. And
appreciate it.
Thank you guys for being here, sharing the show around, hitting the 5-star review on the audio platforms. It helps us a lot. We thank you guys. We should hopefully be back next week. We'll be in touch. I know with me being back in the office, Blue being busy, Buff couldn't make it this week. He's got stuff going on. We all got stuff going on, but we try our damnedest to get together every week. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
Stay tuned to our stuff. The days might shift here and there, but we're gonna keep trying to bring you guys shows. Thank you guys for understanding and being flexible with us. It means a lot. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on the other side, everybody.